guys. So this is the tutorial for the most compact 4x4 piston trapdoor that there is in Minecraft so far. Excuse me. So to date, this is the smallest one. It is 5 blocks high, 12 blocks wide, or long I guess, and 8 blocks across. And if you take away this middle hole, I believe the size you get is 516 blocks, which I used, and that's including the timing system as well. So I have not found one that even comes close to it. The closest ones are 200 blocks away or something like that on YouTube. So unless someone can prove me wrong, I believe this is the most compact. Since the intro showcase video that I did a couple of days ago, depending on whenever I get the editing done, I've actually compacted it more and done up the timings. So the previous one had an extra 2 blocks down, and the timing system on it had about what was it? It was about 3. Yeah. Oh no, it must have been 2 extra ticks on it. So it's faster and it's stronger. In fact, while we're recording, I can make this even faster. So yeah, so I'll be this will be a not that one. This will be a quarter tutorial. So this thing is, for all purposes, it's the exact same on all 4 sides, except that it's then repeated across one. So if you have a look from above, like there we go, like that, you can see you've got this corner here. If you go from the crosshair out, this corner, and then if you flip that across to here, it's the exact same. And then if you flip this one across to here, it's the exact same. And if you flip it across to here, it's the exact same. So I'll be doing 1/4 of that, and you can just duplicate it. And then all we need to add afterwards is the timing system onto the side, and that's easily done. Right, so to start off this tutorial, I'll start it from one of the corner of the cubes, which is probably what most people are going to start off from. So we'll just get it lined up with these other ones so it's easier. Alright. We will call this the one of the corners. So this is the, oh no, we'll call it the other corner. So this is one of the inside corners. The rest of it will continue. We'll do it in white wool. The white wool is stuff that isn't there yet. Alright, so that's our 4x4 area. Okay, so first thing you've got to do is you've got to put in your pistons. So first off, you've got to put a piston inside this corner, except it's got to be facing across like that. That's your first piston. Your second piston, you want to come out 1, 2, 3, and then you got to delete these 2 and put in 1 piston there, and then 1 in front of it. And this back one can be wood. And then for this side, 2 blocks there, and another 2 pistons. Okay, so that's the basic piston layout so far of just one quadrant, sorry. Okay, now coming in from underneath, block with a torch in it. Behind this one, you want to repeat it with 2 ticks delay. Behind this, another block and a torch on top. And there's your double piston extender. And this, as you can see, it's already reached out to here. I don't know whether this will work. Yes, it will. Maybe. Yes, okay, so that's closed, but anyway. It works off a weird timing system, which I'll show you in, and that's probably the hardest part about this build. Alright, so that bit's done. Now we need the input coming into here. 2 blocks, 2 repeaters all set to 1, block coming up, and then a block on the inside. So if you're looking from this corner, like that. Under here, you want a piston facing up and pushing into that block. Just because I can, I'll move that back there. From the inside of here, 3 blocks across, redstone dust on the 3 of them. So that redstone dust powers this torch, which powers these 2 repeaters. And for the side system, block in the middle, block down 1, torch on both of them, so it activates those 2. And then I believe it's, yes it is. Alright, so we need a repeater and a piece of redstone dust. Now the timing system from here, you need to place some kind of non-pushable and redstone transferable. So pistons don't work. Furnaces don't work, and neither do obsidian, because I don't know whether dispensers will work or not. But anyway, chests don't conduct the redstone, nor do they get pushed by pistons. So you need that there. And then coming off here, you need a block down the bottom and a block up the top. Just set to daytime again, like that. And then you need block like that, okay? So you've got this L shape going over here, and this corner of a block. Then you need a piston here, a repeater on there, and 4 pieces of redstone dust. Okay, so that's, you should get power to all of your repeaters now, except for the ones that have been inverted. And as you can see, it's pushed over 1 already. So yeah, anyway. Right, so that is just 1 quadrant, that's it. So all you have to do is you repeat this around 3 more times, just keep on flipping it, inverting it over and over and over, until you've completed it all. And I'll do the same, and I'll be back to you once we've got the got them all together. And then we can work on the timing system. Alright, so that's it all repeated. So yeah, all of these repairs are on 1 tick except for these ones that are sitting in behind the double extenders, and they are on 2 ticks, as you can see. So we're ready to add in the timing system. So now to link it in, power needs to go into here. So if we put this like here and here, so power, it's a bit of a tricky system, and I was actually lucky to not invent, but to be able to take use of this, of the way of this. So if you're going to put power into here, power goes into this block by the repeater, and on the opposite side of that same block there's this redstone dot, this dot of redstone, and this redstone, because it's a dot, it not only receives the power but sends out this block and this block. So it goes into this block and then back into this block. And also the reason that this block isn't being powered is because it's got a repeater on top. So you can actually see in here, if I were to put a redstone torch, it turns off. That's because of that redstone dot behind it. It's going to turn on elsewhere. Alright, so we are actually almost complete now. Just reset this. Alright. And we hooked up the other side. So now, this is just, you've got to have the timings even on each side. So this is our input block here. So, the timing system. First off, I've just got to show you with a lever. Alright, so the weird thing about this thing, so it's completely open now. I'll switch the lever once. That's its first stage of closing. Twice. Second stage of closing. 3, and it's closed. So it actually takes not just one flick of a lever, it also takes another half to open it. So you've got to have an opening system, like the timing system that goes on, off, on, and then to close it you've got to go off, on, off. So it's not just a button press. As you can see, we'll just open it back up, and now it's open again. As you can see with a button, it does the 2 stages but doesn't do the 3rd stage. Now when I push this again, it's going to fully close and then it'll start to open again. Fully closed, and now it's starting to open again. And push it 2 more, and that excuse me, sorry, and that was 6 alternating states is probably the word I'm looking for. So I actually developed this timing system. I've never ever seen anything like this, probably because you wouldn't need it to use it for anything. But anyway, I'm going to show you. I had to design it anyway, and so I did. So this right here, I think, oh no, it's that way. So this right here is a monostable circuit, and it creates a 1-tick pulse. So if I put a button input and a button input, a button is 10 ticks. So if you click it, it's going to stay on for 10 ticks and then it'll turn off. So and what will normally happen, as most of you would know, is I'll open it and it'll close it. But this monostable 1-tick generator pushes it and it leaves it open. So this is a good way of it's pretty much a T flip-flop is what it is. So you have one input changes the state, and then you redo that same input and it changes the state again. So this is the basis of my design, because I needed something that would go on off on and then off on off. So I did that by having an inverted inputs. I'll hold that thought there. Timings, 4 ticks on the uninverted one, 2 ticks on the inverted one, and you need a 4-tick input, and then you can join them together like that, and then you take the output from here. So we can use a piston to help demonstrate what's happening here. So when I push a button, it's going on, off, on, and then I'll push it again, it goes off, on, off. And so that is our 1, 2, 3 changes of states, which will power this. Now this actually doesn't fit into the design anywhere that I can find, So that's why it just kind of gets attached anywhere, and I should have done that. So reset. It is. Right, so it should start in the off position. So as you can see, it's open. And it's closed. And it's open again. So yeah, this design actually doesn't fit into the into this anywhere. One, because there's no room, and two, because that was the last thing I designed on this. This was the hardest part to get. So the most compact way you can get this is to just literally move this whole design, and you want to get these two blocks sitting in the exact same position as these two blocks. So you can see it just dog legs. In fact, I'll build it for you just so you can see. And I'll build it all in white wool so you know that this stuff can be it doesn't have to be here. Sorry, it can be in other spots as well, as it's not attached to the design, I guess is the best word to use. So yeah, again, timings were 2 ticks on this bottom one, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4 for this one, and just 1. Oops. Just straight input into there, and a repeater on 4 ticks for here. And so that's now connected up. Whoa, what went wrong there? Oh, crucial part of the design. You must have this T flip-flop in here, because otherwise it will not work. Right, so don't forget that piston under there. Go, closed, and open. So there you have it. It's a 12 by 8 by 5 high design. Takes up 516 blocks, excluding the 4x4 area that is the drop hole. And then the opening circuit, the timing circuit takes up 36 blocks, and that's included in the 516 blocks that this takes up. So without the timing circuit attached, it only takes up 480 blocks, which is the smallest one I've ever seen. Please prove me wrong though, because I think I can always improve this if I've already improved this one from the initial things. You can see this is the design I showcased, and this is my my new design. So it's lost a whole 2 blocks off the bottom. So yeah, there you have it. And then you can just fill in this, of course. And that is your that is the most compact 4x4 piston door that's available today. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please, I do wish to have this opening circuit compacted more. I don't know whether it is the most compact it can be at the moment. This timing, I can almost guarantee that this is the smallest timing you can have. Like, you may be able to take off 1 tick from the whole machine, but the overall internal time it takes is the minimum time able. You can obviously take off more ticks here if you want to make the design a little bit bigger, but you must make sure that both ends have the same ticks on them, because there is a point in here where if they do not meet up for some reason, they go weird. But anyway, yeah, yes, again, thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, anything you have to say. Oh, and this is just 1 block flush, so all you need to do is just put half a block on top of it here, and the whole thing's flush with the floor. yes, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you with the next invention. Thank you.